Hey, how you guys doing? This is producer from Brothers Comics. Welcome to the Marvel Hacks. This is our X-Men the Animated Series Rewatch podcast, where you get a chance to see all the folks from the Marvel Hacks. I only have to do introductions. I guess if you're only listening to the audio online tonight, is the Sandman. Sandman, say what's happening.
That's right, producer. Don't you assume what's going on, people. How
Yeah,
y'all
this is
doing?
true. Yeah, this is true. I wind up having the video sometimes, and then I post clips. So maybe you just listen to the audio. Who knows? Also on the line tonight, on literally on Gray Malkin Lane, if you're catching the video, is Brother Beavis. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yes, you're
Yeah,
just
I
chilling.
got my acceptance letter, so we start.
Mm.
First semester is going to be actually virtual learning.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, well, there's probably a post office joke in there. It probably came like 6 months ago. You just literally got it now. But anyway, that's another podcast. Also on the line and joining us for the first time, even though he's the inspiration for this dang on podcast, is Big Hutch, man. What's going on?
Hello, all you happy people.
Yes, if you haven't been listening for like season one, the initial start of this podcast was Hutch was like, that X-Men the animated cartoon sucks, essentially. And so luckily he was hours away and he didn't get jumped. And so we've just gone and continued the podcast without him, rewatching this show that we all had memories of. But to be fair, there are times when we have watched it, Brother Beavis, and we're just like,
Yeah, I think it's funny that like 2-second text has cost each of us like at least 15 hours of our life so far, as we've tried to prove Big Hutch wrong.
Yeah. Hey, Hutch, what is your biggest beef with this one?
The biggest beef is that the quality of the product is, it looks like they got the cheapest Japanese artist that they could get, or Korean, I can't remember. And the lineup of the X-Men itself is kind of sucky too.
Yeah. Coming off of Pride of the X-Men, again, I think we were all super hyped from there. But you ain't gonna tell us in 1990, whatever this was, that we weren't hyped about it. Like, it's just not logical. It might not hold up over time, but in 1993, you weren't
Right.
like, oh, cartoon sucks. There's no chance that happened.
No, in 1993, my VCR was set at whatever
Google it.
9:30. I got some bits of Eat the Cat and whatever else came on before that shit. And yes, and as soon as I I got time from wherever I was doing, I would watch them shits.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, if you missed out on this podcast, Hutch, is that we try to tell the story of where you were at the particular time for the episode. So tonight we're doing season 2, it's episode 7, called The Repo Man, where the Alpha Flight makes their appearance in here. So this originally aired November the 20th, 1993. So Hutch, where were you in November of 93?
Damn, that's 27 years ago?
Oh, that's depressing. Damn. Good Lord.
Flock of seagulls. I was either in Ohio. I think I was in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably doing something what I'm doing right now. Looking around in an empty place.
Nice. Yeah. I was for 5 months from finishing up my 5-year bid at Edinburgh. Yeah,
5 years.
I was almost done. So, Brother Beavis, you're just about ready to graduate too, right?
Yep. Senior year, probably.
Mm-hmm. Sandman, where you at?
93, still Alaska, about to leave Alaska for Langley Air Force Base, Virginia, and somewhere in that time frame.
Right.
Yeah.
I just got your shirt, Sandman.
Oh, you figured that out?
Yeah.
Wait,
Those are the augments or whatever for the City of Heroes.
There you go.
Damn.
Go.
You play City of
50 points for
Heroes,
Brother Beavis.
Dalton? Sandman?
Back before it was pirated.
I'm the avatar for City Heroes, especially tonight. Yeah, that's shit. Yeah.
Oh, dang. I just noticed my name.
Yeah, I went through that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah,
Police are
no,
on their way,
I used
but,
to play. I used to play, and then I like City of Villains when that came out.
I
Yeah,
did too. We had that as well.
And I have
Well,
got on the
it's
new server, but it's like I don't
yeah,
have that kind of time anymore.
yeah. Homecoming. Yeah, I mean it's free. That's all you can ask for. But yeah, there's a lot of fans still. So, and it's still the original game from Jesus. How long ago?
20,
Almost 20 years almost.
or not 20. Well, yeah,
15? Oh, somewhere around there.
Something like 2006, 7, 5.
Something like, yeah, I think it's 2006. I think you're right. Yeah.
Man, y'all are talking about anime.
I mean, the producer just over there dying in the corner, like,
Oh my
shut up.
I mean, again, it's not like I don't know about it because I had to listen to y'all talk about it. But I mean,
hijacked another
And
podcast.
paying $15 a month.
Pass.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. So the episode tonight, again, Repo Man, it's Alpha Flight. Now, if you listen to our comic books podcast, we dare you, double dog dare you to go back and read them Alpha Flight books and come back and tell us that they're good, because they're not. They are not. They look good, but those books are they're almost unreadable.
They were trying to build up something. Look, the first, 8 or 5, 6, 8, 12 issues of the Avengers, if you ever read them, they're whatever, trying to get everybody together. Loki and taking over for Thor, or taking over Hulk and all that. Them first couple issues, you're trying to put your team together, how they all got together. They usually fight each other. That's how most of them books come together.
A lot of it is about like the quality of, how when you get an annual, if you were foolish enough to get an annual and there's always some side story in the back that was like 5 pages. Yeah. There's a lot of Alpha Flight that's about on that quality.
Like, It is.
Yeah.
I think every episode had a, how did these people get their powers? Well, Jim, let's go to this horrible story.
They're just not. They're not good. They are beautiful books, though. I mean, Byrne was in the zone at that point.
Magnificent artist, but,
man, oh man. So
that was for him to save Marvel or doing what he was doing for X-Men, and he will do for the Fantastic Four at that time, whatever. Mm-hmm. He was like, look, Stan or whoever was running the joint, let me put in this Canadian team. And he was like, fuck it, we ain't got no choice. Here we go.
So they make their first appearance in an Uncanny X-Men book in 1979. And then they don't actually get their first ongoing until 1983. So we're going to look at some of the covers before we get into the actual show tonight, because really the show kind of pulls off their first, or at least Vindicator's first appearance or whatever. But, I mean, yeah.
Why didn't he call something else first? Wasn't he called something else first before he's called Vindicator?
He was Guardian, wasn't
it? Or was and Weapon Alpha?
Well, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was that Weapon now. All right.
He was Weapon Alpha, and then he changed to Guardian, and then Heather became Vindicator when she did the power suit.
All right.
Probably a whole podcast of how Canada was like, "Hey, we're gonna get this super powered mutant team." And like let a regular ass dude lead it. That has no powers.
Not just a regular ass dude. The wife of the dude who got. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Don't say that. Yeah.
Well, the bag is 40 years old. The bag.
Yeah.
40-year-old
spoilers. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna try to share screen. If you saw this one time, it didn't work. Let's see if we can do this time. I'm going to go show you guys the covers from this particular episode. Let's see if I can figure it out. Nah, still hit the wrong one. I'm the worst.
Yes.
I'm going to try it again.
I did see
the worst
it.
this.
There's people getting degrees in this right now.
I understand. Here we go.
There we go.
All right, so the first appearance is this particular issue.
Hey, I see porn.
Hey, what do y'all remember about that? What you remember about that? This is literally almost a shot taken exactly from the episode that we're going to watch tonight. Anybody remember anything particular about this book?
Yeah,
we reviewed this, by the way. Go ahead.
What I remember was I don't know. I've always been a fan of his costume.
Yeah,
for one thing.
Sweet costume.
But one of the things I remember, isn't this the book where like he pisses off Banshee and Banshee like liquefies the trees?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
that's right.
I don't know why. I remember
page
that.
23, panel 6.
I don't remember that vividly.
Yeah, there's that, and that they had just come back from somewhere and they take this picnic or whatever. And I was reading it earlier, and there's a line in there like where Storm is just like, why do I got to be wearing these clothes out on this picnic? I'm not used to this. These clothes. I'm like, make sure that comic code stamp is there.
That wasn't even clothing.
Yeah, but there's that. There is also a moment. There's two moments in there from reading it again. One, like where they're gonna go out on their picnic, and Wolverine's like, "Yeah, I'm about to go out to hunt," and Storm is like, "Oh, you would go out and kill an innocent animal?" And he's like, he called her either a broad or a dame or something like that,
honey bunch or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, how dare you? I don't hunt like that. I don't kill them or whatever. So there's that, and then when Vindicator's fighting against them, or Weapon Alpha, he's fighting against them, and Storm starts to shoot him at lightning. He's like, "What's up with that black lady shooting lightning at me?" I'm like, "You really had to shout her out being black? How in the world?" Like,
well, there's no black people in Canada.
Yeah, the lightning wasn't a big enough identifier, so you had to give him the lightning too. So
that was some. And wait a minute, he's part of their government, right? He's part of their government secret agency. Didn't do a lot of research.
I don't think they had mandatory training at that time.
Right.
And he was probably like, "Well, that can't be Black Lightning. That's another car. That's another car."
Black people controlling the elements? What gives?
Well, but to be fair,
there's a utility bill joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, that too. To be fair.
Whoa.
I like to put my electric bill in my mama's name. There's to be fair, damn near every black hero has electricity powers, but that's a whole nother podcast too. Just to say. All right, so that was that one.
And
that
they have excellent agility.
All right, we're gonna get to those cards in a second. All right, so then they show back up again in 120, and we get this episode where we get the full sort of appearance of Alpha Flight. You kind of get them in the shadows there. Everybody remember anything about this issue? Comics were 35 cents, by the way.
That's just, my God.
Google it. Anybody remember this one?
I don't. I remember a little bit about it. I like this. Looking at it now, like I don't remember this, but I like that. I like that cover. It definitely makes Alpha Flight seem a lot cooler and tougher than they actually are. As I recall, wasn't this the
all the
prototypical
stereotypes? Knowing.
Yeah. Didn't this the classic, like they had them all scouted, so they had everybody paired against their opposite, and then they had to switch partners.
Yes.
Yeah, they had.
Yeah, there's that. And again,
did somebody shoot two beams at each other, and then they have to hold the beams on? That's the other thing.
Right.
And again, this is this thing where they're trying to get Wolverine to come back to Canada to join Alpha Flight. And again, it'll be a common theme as we go through chaos in Canada. Sounds like a WWE pay-per-view.
If they're watching this cartoon, they need to question why they want him, because unless they're getting overrun by robots, there ain't a whole lot he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the follow-up to that issue, which is 121. You kind of get the sense that Claremont or Byrne was like, you know what? I'm just going to make a whole Canadian-ass team full of X-Men. So Vindicator, Cyclops, Colossus, the Sasquatch, Puck is a little person Wolverine. Snowbird
Wolverine's a little person.
Storm.
Snowbird is Storm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really whatever. Shaman, I guess, is just hanging out there because he's like, shit, we got to put somebody in here.
Magic user.
Yeah,
somebody actually Canadian.
The indigenous people need to be represented.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Well, then again, and Brother Beavis brought this up continuously as we read those books. His constant talking about, the white man's medicine, and his speeches every time he monologued about healing somebody or doing something about the white man, studying the white man's medicine. So, I mean,
he did very well.
Yeah, I mean, again, I double dog dare you to go read them damn books and come back and be like, you know what? They're actually really good.
Mm. Yeah,
No,
ain't nobody
son.
saying that. Nah.
Nah, son.
I kind of still own them books, or maybe I don't.
Of course you do.
Whatever.
And then their last appearance, I guess, or the last two appearances. Now this is gonna get a pop wrestling term. The center cover there is everybody's Marvel Hack's favorite characters, Kitty Pryde. Although in Marauders, she has definitely become a much better character, but that's a different podcast too. But this is the debut of Sprite. You know, Sprite makes her debut here. This is also the debut.
Here to pull my tab.
Yes, there's a bad tab joke there. Angel comes back to the X-Men. He still sucks. And stop sucking. Yeah. We reviewed this book too, and this is where we start to get Mammy Storm as well, that she's, doting over Kitty in ways that might not be that healthy. Yes. And also the appearance of the brown suit Wolverine. This is where we finally get to see that suit. It's either in this issue or the next one, where he finally debuts that suit. And then we get the fight.
What happened there was they ran out of yellow ink that week or something. I've got the story for that one.
Hey, I love that costume. I love that costume. What are you talking about? That costume is awesome.
But there was no explanation. I mean.
No, yeah. I think he said something about he just needed to change.
That was the first step down the slippery slope to black uniforms in the movie. Trying to take the color out of all the costumes.
Maybe.
Can't unsay that one, yeah.
Yeah. I did not pull that picture open there. And then 140 is when they fight Wendigo. Not sure why it won't pull the picture here. They fight Wendigo, which is that battle, in Canada, of course, because there's nobody else there but Wendigo, I guess. I don't freaking know. And they fight Wendigo, and there's this, but Wolverine's awesome in those.
Your screen froze.
For the Wendigo, if I remember the Wendigo curse, then you have to commit cannibalism or something?
You have to, consume human
flesh, right. Baby, I'm hungry.
Yes, that was part of Wendigo's charm.
I'm tired at the Y.
Yeah. But it's a good book. Like at the end, remember Snowbird has to turn into like a Wolverine to like attack, Wendigo, and Wolverine is like, hey, sun's getting real low. So I mean, look, Alpha Flight in these short doses.
Can I say it, sir?
Well, go ahead.
All right. I invested in Alpha Flight. I was all in 6 years ago. Them books suck.
Okay, thank you. Wow. Thank you. The first part
Them characters suck.
Yeah, but the first part of acknowledging the problem is admitting that you have one. It's just they're not good. I mean, I don't know what happened to him on them books. It was obviously something that meant something to him, and
I mean, really, do you really? I mean, I don't think it was something like, look, here's your project. Here you can put together a Canadian team and roll with it, see what happens. He was like, okay, fuck it, and he was like, he closed his eyes and said, let's see, it's always cold in Canada. Snowbird. We got all these mythical beasts and Sasquatch. I don't think he really went to the well to get them shit.
And I think they were just milking Byrne and Claremont at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they were just you got to just put some more books out. So we get Alpha Flight, we get the New Mutants. I mean, we got a lot of stuff we probably could have done without.
Dazzler.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah, Dazzler.
Create some characters. Make some side angle side books, see what happens.
Yeah.
Throw shit to the wall.
And so, and he's And the books are full of freaking Canadian stereotypes, which is hilarious because he's Canadian. Like that's like you have an opportunity to dispel some of this stuff, and he doesn't.
He was doing his Canadian Iron Sheik. I'm selling this shit to dumb Americans. What did Americans know? The only thing that's fucking missing is that they're not trying to sell cigarettes.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So,
Wow.
but yeah, so that's it. I mean, that's it. Yeah. Let's get ready for the show.
Who
So we
gives
don't
a
have to
fuck
do
about?
the countdown
Oh,
today.
wait a minute. What's the worst one is like, okay, with the short dude, let's name him Puck.
Yeah. Like after the hockey puck, put him in
Because
black costume.
I mean, damn. What's the all black team gonna be? Team Watermelon?
Oh. Oh.
Hey, my energy
ouch.
blast power is shooting watermelon seed.
Oh my God.
That's awful.
Well, to be up to date and current, if you dig into the writings and postings of said John Byrne right now, yes, that's exactly what would happen.
Probably true.
He has definitely moved towards the right of center and kept running. And yeah, so I mean, he doesn't do cons, he doesn't do any of that stuff. He is just whatever. Hutch just took a break. I don't know where there, but before he returned, I was just watching. That was the other note I had there. So he did 139, 140. Obviously, 141's Days of Futures Past, but then that's it for Byrne, right? I think that's his last issue.
He might have had like one more, didn't he?
Yeah, but it was pretty much done right after that.
Yeah,
and
trying to pull
so
it up.
I was watching Days of Future Past with my daughter the other day, and the beginning scene when they're, Trask is talking to him about the Sentinel program. Chris Claremont's in that dang on scene. He's a member of Congress or whatever, and he has a significant speaking role in that particular scene. And I was just like, wait a minute, that's because when we were growing up, we didn't know what the hell Chris Claremont looked like, whatever. You can tell what John Byrne looks like because he draws himself in all those X-Men books. He's in all of them.
He's in all of them, yeah.
Referred to himself as character John as well, like all the time.
He does it in the Fantastic Four too.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's his kink. To put himself in his books. So,
wow.
Right. So we're gonna share screen here. We're gonna watch this episode of the X-Men the animated series. You're gonna see, like I said, from that cover, you'll be able to pull one of those shots in particular. If you want to go back and read those books are actually pretty good. If those Alpha Flight, it's Brother Beavis, it's a team full of vanilla big men, a whole ass team of wrestling term.
And some vanilla jobbers and some vanilla jobbers to the stars and some vanilla managers.
And Scott Norton. Yeah, there's some jobbers and Scott Norton. That's basically what it is. Because man, but they in short doses like these books, they're really great. But they just could never carry them off.
If the X-Men was a pay-per-view, the Alpha Flight's a house show.
I was, if you may, or if I may, I was thinking about, Dr. Doom's going down his list of people he want to fuck with. Let's see, Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Alpha Flight. No, you're declined.
No,
I'm not arching you. You're not
a Doombot for Alpha Flight.
Right, Alpha Flight, New
Dispatch a
Mutants,
Doombot.
New Warriors.
Yeah.
Y'all get one of my Doom bots gone wild or something.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, that's awful.
All right, so let's see if we can share this screen here again. Dun dun dun. All right, and so we'll cue this up. And Brother Beavis hit us with that previously on X-Men, and we're good to go.
Previously on X-Men.
Let's see.
Come and get us. I see text popping up.
I see you right.
Nice.
So,
for those listening on this podcast,
you can't see the screen.
We can just see the captions. So there's on your sharing options, there's a optimize for full screen viewing. That seems to be the trick.
I can't remember how to do that.
It's near the top. There's like a more button or something like that.
Tell me more. Can we?
There. They go through this whole thing with Wolverine here about trying to think that he's actually cool, and he still sucks.
We can see your interface, but I haven't seen any video yet.
I don't know what I just did. You can see what?
We can see like the subtitle screen, stuff like that.
We can see you fucking up.
Ay. I'm gonna stop this share. Why can't I figure this out, y'all?
That's because you're over a certain age.
Yeah.
Well, then now you guys can't see anything because you're not watching it now.
We're watching the subbies. I haven't watched this shit in 30 years. 20 or 27. Or whatever it is.
So you guys can only see the words?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see the text.
And it was awful words too.
That's awful too.
Come here, lizard face or something. Lizard.
Let's see this. Try that.
English subtitles.
See your drop down menu.
Yeah. For those that are only listening.
Nothing. Jeez Louise. I thought that worked. Lynn Wine. Isn't that guy?
Lynn Wine. Yeah.
All right. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go pull up that show or that thing on your freaking screens there, people. Come on. Lord. Let's go. Can you pull up the show?
Pull up on my TV, right?
Yeah, you can pull it up on your TV. This is great podcasting for people that are over 40.
Yeah.
Yes. Technical difficulties.
It's not technical difficulties. This God of good quality TV is saying.
User errors. User errors.
This shit sucks.
Nice.
So, we should talk about like what they're taking meetings on rejuvenating this show because it's popular.
Yeah, seeing that all week.
Yeah. I mean,
it's gonna happen.
Well, is it?
Well,
Thor voice.
They don't necessarily know that.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. They're bringing back Who's the Boss? Come on, man.
Is Alyssa Milano going to be on it? Because that's really
with no hair, with a weave.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture of her this week. Yeah, my God.
She was fine 30 years ago. Now
that was 30 years ago. Yeah.
Her mess with all them damn hockey dudes. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Why they got to be hockey dudes?
Shit, because they had a puck and they used the stick up her ass.
Wow.
Man.
You want this shit? You got shit.
Oh my God. All right. So when you finally find whatever it is that you're looking for, you're going to restart the episode. Are you at the beginnings?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to show the episode. All right. Yeah, you're right where we need to be.
Mm-hmm. Seriously. Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heather.
Are we streaming a view of a television now? Is that what's happening?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Big Hutch is showing his.
What happened to the side here?
It's better than looking at me.
You can see Vindicator there.
Or he is Vindicator in this, right?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Nah. See, Hutch got it for us, Colin. I don't know how he did.
There you go.
It is what it is.
They just had their big reveal, the whole team.
Right.
Yeah. They still suck.
Team are worthless. Can I pause it?
No, go ahead.
Well, we might have a commercial. No commercial.
Yeah, no commercials.
Yeah. I mean, the artwork is wonky. The characters.
Wow.
Sasquatch has at best poor fighting.
I was gonna bring Sasquatch Mario
Kart. In the eyes.
I turned into an owl. What the
fuck? In the eyes.
Yeah, I think he had like monstrous strength though. Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Sasquatch actually has, I think, excellent fighting.
There's a whole scene right from the comic book there where he's like fighting against the man. My armor barely got up.
Apache Chief.
Yep.
Chuck.
I am an indigenous person, but I speak.
Look at Puck. Oh, that's terrible.
Right.
Just freaking grabbed him and threw him into it. That's
ain't nobody bleeding either.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. There's no blood on
blood
cartoons, sir.
Right. You're right.
You're lucky if you get some sweat.
And slash them for excellent damage.
He was prepared to murder Vindicator, but the Force Field saved him.
Which characters are worse? Is it Puck or is it North Star and Aurora?
It's Puck.
It's close.
It's Puck, man. Come on.
I'm gonna go North Star and Aurora's worse.
Yeah.
Right. I mean that's.
They're not great characters, but come on, Puck.
That's Trump and Biden right there. That's a serious debate.
I love
Puck
how
don't even have no damn powers. He's just a short, cursed midget or whatever he is, and who likes to roll out.
Right.
He ain't Optimus Prime either. He's just,
hairy Puck that rolls around on the dirt.
Hey, it's Weapon X.
I like how they introduce Alpha Flight and then job the entire team out. So.
Yeah, it was a very WCW intro into WWF there.
With Wolverine as Stone Cold. But yeah, we get our I think this was maybe this hadn't been published too long, that Marvel Presents or whatever, where they started teasing his backstory before that god-awful origin story.
Funny thing is, though, that they've told this shit in movies like 3 times. A version of it.
How about 30?
A version.
I mean, geez Louise. It's in Origins. It's in the second
Dark
of
Phoenix,
those X-Men movies. I mean,
Days of Past.
Wolverine versus Hulk.
Apocalypse. So it's Apocalypse, I think.
Yeah, Wolverine versus Hulk. It's in that too. It's like, come on, man.
It's in the X-Men, it's in the Restart X-Men.
Yeah, it's getting close to Uncle Ben territory.
Out of what, 10 movies?
Yeah.
Hands itching.
That was Fox not knowing how to keep a franchise going. So.
Wolverine fighting COVID-19 with that mask on. If Wolverine can wear a mask, people, you can wear a mask. That's all we're saying.
He has unearthly regeneration or whatever.
Maybe, I guess. It's fine, man. Look, man, we're just trying to get people to wear masks. Come on.
Now, here's something. If you have excellent or better intelligence, you just gave a dude adamantium shit, and you got him in a glass fucking thing. This is not going to go well.
Good point.
Yeah. These military scientists aren't very smart, apparently.
They're also Canadian.
You ain't.
Yeah.
Right.
They're also Canadian. Just saying.
Oh, takes the mask off right away.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Wolverine? Put that
you
mask
can't
back
social
on.
distance outside the tube. Put your mask back on.
The monkeys never had a chance.
Yeah.
Loki Mania, baby.
We're not gonna talk about his blue panties, right? His panties, the main underwear, them straight up panties.
Yeah.
It's military grade. It goes with his hair.
That's straight out of a Fruit of the Loom commercial.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I had those.
that gate never stood a chance.
Why does every laboratory have to blow up? I mean, every one of them. Yeah.
All the evidence.
I guess.
Well, there's the evidence right there.
Not going back. I have a note about this. Jean Grey is useless. Look at all these shout outs, by the way.
And this cartoon, she is. Yeah.
Yes, but like looking for the professor, like, okay, that's fine. But then when they do, spoiler alert, when she's like, oh, Wolverine's in a lot of pain. But when we can't find him, he's in Canada. He ain't in damn Savage Land. I mean, damn. Y'all are in New York. He's in Canada.
It's like an
it's
hour
probably
away.
Western Canada, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what part of Canada? Okay.
Her powers are being augmented by Cerebro, for Pete's sake, and she can't find him in Canada? Come on. Terrible.
In a nutshell, you just described why they had to change her to Phoenix, because she was a nothing character for so long.
I understand. Oh, they got the drop on him. we did talk about Aurora and North Star here. One of the better parts of those Alpha Flight books is Aurora's design because
Mhm.
Hot.
Yeah. He knew what he was doing there.
But in this shit, she looks like a damn hag.
Yeah, couldn't figure it out.
Her whole split personality story never really made sense to me.
Never made sense.
No.
Well, it got
More
worse.
It was a pain in the ass more than anything. It just kept coming back.
I haven't even seen her in the books. Like North Star's like a big star, and then he was gay and he got a big push from that, and he got married or whatever. But like I haven't seen her.
That didn't come out for years, though.
That was way down the line.
Yeah,
but still, like I haven't seen her in a book or anything. He's in the new X Factor book. Like he's the leader of the team in the new X Factor book.
The leader?
Look, man, we're not gonna talk about it.
That's about 6 episodes.
Yeah, that's gonna end pretty quick.
Yeah, that sounds very quick.
North Star, the leader. Oh.
Yeah. By the way, there's a continuity error here about this. Heather. Oh. There's a bunch of Wolverine gasms too in this whole thing.
And why does he have to have no shirt on?
Yeah, you're gonna see it coming up here soon. Hey man, he's seeing his old ex-love there. There's a gang of flashbacks in this thing too.
She is a redhead, so she qualifies.
Why is he has always fallen for redheads that other dudes got?
Yeah,
You've been alive for 200 years. Find your own fucking one. Jeez.
Look, man, don't degrade his kink. Everybody got their thing. She goes full Velma. My glasses. Jinkies.
And she got some Coke bottle specials too.
She does.
Picture frames on her face right now. Good grief.
It's terrible.
This is awful.
It is. He went from briefs to boxer briefs there quickly too. I don't see his cock. Probably.
Yeah, them glasses are right out of the 80s. The 80s.
Now, mind you, that she's like a scientist and he's something, and they were like, "Hey, let's put this dude with claws and some freaking rope. That'll stop him real quick." I mean,
Canadian scientist.
Come on, Canada, be better.
Yeah.
Come on, Canada.
2 words: Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, come on. Then he breaks down.
Oh.
Who needs a hug?
Watch his legs start kicking.
Yeah. Well, this is funny too. Come on, Canada, really? This is the hilarious thing to me. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw this. Oh, bitch, I'm gonna read.
He couldn't read before he went. Come on.
Golly. He's looking at the wonderful world of washing machines. Awful. This is terrible too.
He's always had blue eyes.
What?
Sounds official.
Why does this general look like he's
that uniform looks a little Nazi-ish.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
The stance is as well. We didn't talk about how they gave him his only yellow shirt that nigga still has on 35 years later.
and his jacket.
Yeah.
Furry collar.
And same haircut too.
Man, listen. Don't call me that. I had to make fun of my daughter the other day because she was like, First Class is a good movie. I'm like, until it's, you could be called Storm. And you could be called whatever. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Just can't. The Wolverine goes full Jack Nicholson here, too. You want the truth? And he's got his shirt back on. That was the continuity there. We're going to steal your powers back, but we need you to put the shirt back on. Nah, I'm a mutant, see? What
kind of straps am I going to have to cut out this time?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, y'all going to not bring the rope this time? Oh, y'all not playing fair. with a rope.
This general closed his jacket. It was a pretty shabby general.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never seen a Canadian dude in military outfit.
Probably tell you something.
Yeah, all I think about is Mounties.
Yeah, this is still kind of messed up. They're like, yeah, we want you back or whatever, but we're still gonna like, you know, like torture you.
You still can't bang my wife.
Yeah, exactly. You're still gonna try to steal your powers. It's still kind of messed up. Like you said, I would be able to do the experiments. That makes it better? That ain't any better than me.
He was getting her out them straps there.
He doesn't get a redemption arc in this, does he? Vindicator's just a dick the whole time.
A dick. Yeah. I mean, he's Cyclops, but worse.
Right. No. If there was ever an Alpha movie, he has to die.
Yeah, please. Yeah, blow him up.
Right.
This interlude here. Yeah,
I almost forgot these two cats in them.
The two most powerful mutants in the world are walking around in the Savage Land.
They don't have their powers.
They don't have their powers.
And Magneto with his full outfit on.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of weird.
That look on Magneto's face is like, ask him. He's like, yeah, I thought. It's very clear. He's like, damn, Charles.
Do they get Amazon in the Savage Land? Where'd you get that outfit from?
Yeah, man, she looks good.
Right. I mean, you don't get that shit out of a JCPenney catalog.
Yeah. Where did Magneto get that shiv? Like that, we need to talk about when Magneto got that shiv. So
come on, you know he's been incarcerated enough. He's like, activity 1, build a shiv just in case.
when you lose your monstrous and unearthly powers, get a shiv.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible.
That's pretty.
I'm not sure what this machine would do to understand why he has his powers.
That's the problem. They just needed something to fuck with Wolverine and to continue to play it. Didn't make any damn sense.
Always wanted a tan.
Let's give him radiation poison.
I gotta hit him with Vita rays.
He's stronger.
They look at this. Oh my God, he's in terrible trouble. What can we do? Nothing. All right, next scene.
What can we do?
It's like there's 25 people in Canada. We'll never find him.
When has a great line there. He's like, man, been a pain since the get-go, chef. So
when did Cyclops get red hair?
Oh, that's just continuity error.
He might have caught it from Gene.
Since the Korean company that animated just changed the color. Yeah.
I'm gonna be that dude and I'll do it. Why is Puck leaning down to listen?
Racist.
I'm just saying it was not necessary. Give him a glass of water. Watch the water, everybody. It's very important.
It's all foreshadowing.
There was a sign there too where there was like whatever the button thing was. It was like X-ray beam on, off. Like, oh, my definitely wear present off.
Yeah.
Very complicated thing. Uh-oh.
I've had enough of this shit.
Close up.
I quit.
Yeah. I like Vindicator's probably very husband-like reaction. It's like, bitch, you got a check. You better get that check. What you quitting for? You taking that check?
If I have
your owl hutch, it's Harry Potter.
I'm not going to shapeshift into a fucking owl.
That lady from Harry Potter probably watched this and was like, ooh. Change to an owl.
Keep water away from electronic products.
Yes, for sure. Uh-oh. Yeah, Vindicator got a lot of Hank Pym in him, I think. Just saying.
Hank Pym / yeah, a little
bit, maybe.
a little bit of whatever aggressive husbandry.
Poor
Yeah.
Hank. He ain't never gonna get over that
But
shit.
the funny thing is, she hits the button and they knock the door down at the same time. Like, well, which was it, honey? You thought we were gonna work with Wolverine again, man? And we are the Lollipop Guild as well. Awful.
I know some awful.
Oh, he got offense on 11.
Oh shit.
They're like, oh shit, some robots. Let's roll, y'all.
Yeah, robot. We can go full tilt.
You get knocked out by Puck, boy. You better get out. You better find another line of work. Come on, man.
Awful.
Hey, that's pretty awful.
You get knocked out by
has the same fighting style you just demonstrated there, producer.
Yeah, it was similar.
Oh, the water. It saved them all. There's the owl again.
Yeah.
Oh no! Look, now she's so.
Now she's owl. Yeah.
Look, there's Aurora. And
Oh yeah.
Look, oh Wolverine. His agility, excellent, incredible, remarkable, whatever it is.
Acrobatic flips.
He's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Leave me alone.
Big ass hole in the wall. Time to go.
I love their face, like they're really shocked. They're like,
classic monkey flip kick that we've seen in all these other Wolverine fights. Here in the threatened strike that never comes, rears back with the claws.
He's still my husband.
Damn it, Heather.
Stay away. And it's kind of wonder why they didn't tell that. I mean, I guess because they killed him in Origins or whatever. The family that took him in Origins, they didn't. They did kill that old. I mean, they were telling a Superman story at that point. But
yeah, the old man and the woman. Yeah.
And that's it, y'all. Saban.
That's it.
That's it.
It ends right there. There's no ending. That's it.
Thanks for the technical save there, huh? So,
I do it all the time.
Nice. So, I mean, again, in the lexicon of all of these episodes or whatever, I mean, it's as good as Alpha Flight. That's basically what we could say. I mean, that's how I see it. They're not so terrible, but it's as good as Alpha Flight. Hutch, you rejoin. First time you seeing this in a while. What you think?
I'm glad it's over. No, it's the whatever 20-something person was like, I get it. It's Alpha Flight, my team, yay! The whatever I am now.
Sam, man, you probably see this on Twitter a lot. Like when people like go hard for Alpha Flight, like oh man, I can't believe it. I try not to engage in that because I have nothing positive to say.
Yeah, Twitter's a weird place, as we all know. Anyway, I don't know what this. What's that?
If you were there, these people. It's what I want to say. It's just one of those. Let's go contrarian.
No, I don't think it's that. I think people legitimate. You know what it is? It's distance and time makes things better. Like, because people that are going hard for Alpha Flight haven't read them books in 25 years. Because if they did go back and read them like we did, and again, like all this stuff is dated. Like, don't get us, it's like when we started this podcast doing the comic books for Secret Wars, It's like, man, this is kind of cool from 1980, whatever it was. But we picked it apart for, a lot of the stuff that was in it. But when you go back and read it, I mean, some of it holds up and some of it doesn't. But Alpha Flight at the time, I think just because we were like, man, John Byrne is drawing the hell out of this book. It looks so good, and they do. Like that first cover with them pushing all the heroes and shit to the side, like on issue 1, that is awesome.
Right, but you need all them heroes.
I think you remember this for the sort of Game of Thrones-esque twist. And you forget that the 12 books leading up to that were just complete trash. And then worse, the 80 books that followed it were even worse.
and I got half of them.
Yeah.
When did you stop, Hutch? And what made you stop? Was it the stories?
But money, I think they went from what 50 cents to like $1 something real quick.
Yeah, by $1.50 by that time, right?
Yeah, it was something bad.
I remember there was a relaunch in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Right. They
I
did
got that. I was like, oh shit, Alpha Flight. That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was terrible.
It was worse.
It was worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
It was
which
worse.
is something, right, when you got to bring out, let's make North Star gay. That was the biggest thing out of that was shit.
Yeah.
It was
worse.
Who is another, like every person in Alpha Flight has like a Cable-esque backstory and trauma. It's just, they're all.
Start grabbing your shit.
And at this point, I think like they killed some people, and
all
then
of
like
them were,
I mean,
all
Alpha
of them were dead.
Yeah, I mean like Alpha Flight is
one time or another.
Yeah, Alpha Flight is the station in space essentially at this point. Like that's, I mean, they were like, you know what, Canada ain't even good enough for y'all. Take your asses to space. That's how bad it is.
Y'all like the cold? Space.
I mean, yeah, they killed Vindicator or Weapon X or whatever his name was. Major Maple Leaf, whatever.
Yeah.
They killed him. They killed Sasquatch. They killed old girl, Snowbird.
Sasquatch is back because he was in that Immortal Hulk book.
Well, they all die a martyr death. They all come back. I think Vindicator was a clone, or there's all kind of
clone.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yes, the story of him coming back was actually it was very Phoenix-esque because he had a hand in both of those. So it is what it is. Damn. So, all right, y'all.
He got dimension shifted to some other world, and they rebuilt him with the cybernetic components and sent him back. But then that was a lie, except it wasn't. And then I don't know what he was after that.
He was a cyborg, or they put him and his costume together, and he stayed in the pod for 500 years or some shit.
I mean, we were and again, you would really think like how good Byrne was on the, and actually now that I'm about to say this out loud, I wonder if we go back and read them Byrne Fantastic Four, we're gonna be here sitting there like
I got some of them too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wonder if we would be going back and looking at those and be like, man, She-Hulk looks really good naked here, but are these books actually any good?
My recollection is like,
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
So
there was the Trial of Galactus.
I was about to say the Galactus books probably be the best ones, but beyond that, I don't know.
And they brought Terrax back. Doom brought him back.
Terrax and how many Doom?
That's what I'm saying. Like I just think people like have the nostalgia of it. You know, it's like, oh man, you know, I mean, we're guilty of that too, for sure. You know, like, oh man, you know, watching these freaking old school wrestling or whatever. It's like, man, this is really cool for like 35 minutes, but it's not cool forever, you know, because it's just so dated.
Here's a classic nostalgia that, remember this shit?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can't watch it. It's terrible.
It is fucking awful. I gave this shit to you, and you was like, oh, here you go back. Barely used. Yeah, you get the first 6 or 7 episodes. Man, this is nostalgia. Great. You start going deeper than that.
You see the same animation cuts about 15 times in a row. You kind of like, ugh.
And the last few,
they started taking acid trips.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, the last few seasons were definitely sponsored by the letters L, S, and D, because it was rough. That was what was going on there. So okay, all right. So that's gonna wrap that up. Again, next week we'll have a special guest friend for ours when we review this. Next week it's Gambit. We're gonna have to figure out how we can do audio on it because the accents are just amazing. It's I mean, honestly, it's probably Gambit's best story, comics or otherwise, because he has no other freaking life.
He has no other ones.
Outside
Yeah,
of it. I mean, he's just. I mean, this is it. You know, that's why people whatever. So we'll see Gambit. And the Eternals and all of those folks. You don't
can you
remember
do
that?
Disney, or can you do the service over the internet?
What do you mean?
Can you do the service over? Can you play the service Disney Plus over the internet?
I don't know. We're gonna find out if this gets copyrighted.
Because any other way you're gonna have a tick delay, and it'll sound like
we'll figure it out. So and by the way, and he'll listen to this at some point. Our friend Will Stacks is dramatically technically challenged. So we're gonna be interested to
and
see,
that's saying something coming from us.
Yeah,
no dramatically.
So
we'll have to see. It might take some time to get him up and running. Beyond
we'll
that,
set
we
this up
have
beforehand.
the Marvel Hacks will be back as we are halfway through House of M. And we're on the way. I mean, talk about Wolverine. There's a little bit more of that in there as well. I've read through that now, and I finally read the whole thing, and I'm just like, I'm not sure why people held this up to be such a classic. It's not terrible or anything like that, but
it's not Canterbury Tales either.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, all right. So I've got to wrap it up. You'll hear the X-Men animated music start to play us out. I am the producer of this podcast. I'm signing off. Sandman, go ahead and sign off.
All right, people, stay safe. Wear the mask. We'll see you next episode.
For sure. Brother Beavis, sign off.
I'll see you guys next time.
Hey man, is it gonna be like in House of X Power X, or like you and somebody else sharing a room with Jean Grey in a conjoined situation?
That's right.
What?
I got one over here and one over there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Don't get fired.
Good night, all you happy people.
Galactus, we see you.
Yeah, Galactus.
Good night, man. Don't eat the Earth.
Yes.
Peace, everybody.
Polluted.
Peace.
Peace.
Perfect. Did you stop the record? Look at that guy. Nice.
End.
Good job, everybody. God, what was the time on that? It's 10:43. I think we started in
just under an
I don't
hour.
know what time we started. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't start on time, so that's fine. That's good stuff.
All right.
Hutch,